Good evening, everyone. Better bring my headphones, unless you can hear me. Can you hear me well? Good evening. Good evening, good evening. And how are we? If you are here, say hello. Hi, Orly. Hi, Ricky. Hi, Chofit. Oh. Hello, Speedy Gonzalez Tamara. I'm so happy that I started on time. I almost didn't start on time, as one does. Oh, well. Say hello to me. Kira, oh my goddess. Just as I'm going away, everyone is coming. That is so good. I literally rushed here. We have fresh nails, everyone. Fresh nails to the flight. So who's going to be on a plane in really, really soon and haven't even packed? I think I'm going to break a new record of not being ready on that level, but being ready on many other levels, right? So ready to go, ready to fly, ready to be, but not ready with suitcases. How are we? How was this week? Tell me. So for those who don't know, I'm actually going to visit my dad, family, and friends in Israel for 3 weeks, and it's all going to be super exciting because it's going to be my birthday as well. It's going to be so much fun. So yes. How is Facebook? Do you like my filter like this or not? And how are you, Insta? Can you hear me properly, or do I need to bring my headphones? So yes, I'm super exciting. I don't think, Ricky, you want to be on my video, but you want to probably listen to my video. So, how are we? Can you please write to me in a couple of words, how was your week? How was your week? And basically, what would you like for this coming week for you? We are, thank you, Tamara. Perfect, Facebook. Thank you, Francis. So, basically, what we're going to talk about, what's happening when you work too much. Perfect. When you work too much or when you play too much. You become exhausted on both ways. Transformational. I wonder, Tamara, what happened for you this week? Have you seen this healer or something? It's when we are allowing ourselves to really be connected and freeing yourself and allowing yourself to be in your element. So what happened when you are playing too hard, or when you are and when you are working too hard? You become exhausted. You're losing the passion of what you're doing and how you're doing it, while you are not allowing yourself to really be free. The secret is the balance. Overworking. Have you been overworking or overplaying? Can you write to me? Overworking, overplaying. You started a new job, Carrie. I am so happy for you. Beautiful. Well done and congratulations. By the way, for you think that I'm a cross eyes, I'm not. I have 2 phones and both of you are on Facebook and Insta, because there's no platform that I can broadcast together, and you are both important to me. Overworking in the old job. Eddie, we have England calling. Very good. Feeling balanced. That's amazing, Joanna. That is very, very good. And you know, when you set the boundary between your workday and your fun time, you can actually rest. You need to rest when you rest. You need to work when you work. If you're at work, but you're thinking about everything else that you want to do and everywhere else that you want to be, are you really going to focus at work? No. Is it fair for your employers, or even if it's your own business? Is it fair on anyone? No. When you're working, you have to be focused. Hey, Tamara. Tamara, for example, she's like the chief manager of huge logistics. And if she'll be thinking about playing, everything can go wrong. How can things go wrong if you are not paying or giving them the attention, say, at work? some of you doing sales, some of you doing admin. We know what is happening when you're not paying attention. I had this person who came to see me this week. He was probably 21% in his body. What does it mean, 21% in your body? He wasn't present. He wasn't present in his body. He wasn't there. He was thinking about a million things. And because he was thinking about a million things, he wasn't actually being present at the moment. It was pretty hard to be present at the moment because he had so many obstacles to block him, which were fair. However, they were not really, how shall I say it? No one can afford to be out of their body. No one can afford not to be present when they are. And this is where it's the most important thing, to be present. So do you feel that when you're at work, you're actually present, or do you want to be somewhere else? Or do you feel that when you're somewhere else, you're actually thinking, oh shit, I need to finish this one, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this. And it's actually changing and shifting the whole focus. Tell me, so where are you when you're doing what you're doing? Well, I will have a sip because I need to be hydrated for the plane, right? Boom. So, what are you? Are you focused where you are, when you are, or are you not? So a lot of things that I have seen this week were more about people struggling to breathe, struggling to be. Hey, Georgia. Struggling to someone studying to be a nurse. She just saw this dead man. And she was like, yep, he's dead. And for a 20-year-old to see such thing, just a dead man, and to disconnect, it's pretty full on. Right? Yasu. So this is where we really need to realize, what do you do after you see such thing at work? Do you go and debrief to someone? Do you talk about it? Do you write it? What do you do when you have like a trauma at work? How do you wind down? And winding down is not going and having a drink. Winding down is not going to have any addiction. Oh, I'll just go to the casino. Oh, I'll just have something sweet. Oh, I'll just compensate myself, right? And when you are doing what you're doing, you're actually abusing yourself furthermore. And what we're aiming to do is to stop this abuse. If you had a hard day at work, go and do some breathing. Go and relax. Relaxing. Oh, someone here is having shisha, ya habibti. As long as the shisha is clear and it doesn't have any drugs, for sure. As long as you can allocate. What is it, Tamara? I seem to have two versions of myself. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, what is it? Work in another. Should I only have one version? No. You are those two versions. You are the work person and you are the off work person. And it's interesting. This morning I actually had a chat with a client, and she's a high level functioning lawyer and pretty amazing at what she does. She's very specialist in the market. And there is no problem in her professional self, okay? The only problem is in the personal, and even that it's not full problem, but, however, yet it is not the full relaxed version of herself. And why is that? Because her trauma happened in childhood. So that, and Tamara, that's my answer, that part that has been traumatized is functioning, but not always well. Because when the person will imitate or repeat a relationship, whether it's with them, a partner, whether it's with some authority, whether it's with something or someone that is a little bit triggered or imitating the theme of the trauma that they had in the past, they're effed. Because that will bring them exactly to the same age and time of when the original trauma has occurred. So suddenly when you hear, oh, they're acting like children. Why are they doing this? Why are they stomping? Because that's probably when the trauma has been started as the origin. Boom. And then they are reacting like this. What, Janie? You needed to hear that. You've been thinking about me for days. Oh, I'm so honored. Thank you. So, however, when you go into your professional self, maybe there's an accountant in the house, maybe there's a lawyer, maybe there's a logistic, maybe there's a beautician, maybe there is a nanny, maybe there's a nurse to be, maybe there is a salesperson. All of it are perfectly okay. Yet, you have learned to become your professional self despite your trauma. Does that make sense? So, even if you had all this trauma here, your professional self, it's like a different compartment that just goes and enables you to be in who you are, what you're meant to be. So what we need to do is to bring that part into here. And how do we go there? We actually have to go down to the origin of it, and then we are clearing it. Hello, Adam. And then we are clearing it. Hello, 𝗹𝗆 Shino. So, does that make sense? Or do you have any questions? If you are not clearing it from the core, it's not going to clear. It's like you're cutting the weeds rather than pulling them off. Once that you're pulling them off, bang. You have an opportunity to heal the soil, to heal the land, fertilize it, and prepare a new one. Now, you are an amazing creature. And when you are such an amazing person, you can shift it. Tamara, you can't distract me with fireplace words. Look what else I got. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I got this. Those 7 beautiful. Do you want me to play them to you? And then I'll continue my preach. If you want me to play them for you, do this. Come on, tell me, do you want me to play you my beautiful new crystal balls? I want to see likes. Yes, I'm going to do it. Okay, ready? Let's see. Those are all the colors of the chakras. Okay, yes, done. I'm getting it both. Okay. Can you still see me? Ready? Next time I can put all the little candles on. Did you enjoy? I just got them 2 days ago. And when I come back, I'll take them to the clinic. And then you all come to meditation. Or I can just run the meditation like this. The red is the base chakra. And this is where we do the base chakra, the grounding, and as such. All right, so before I was distracted like 5,000 million times, which I love you all, so that's fine. Let's Palo Santo, all of you. They are awesome. I know, I love them. Let us do some Palo Santo. And by the way, next week I will do the live from Tel Aviv. So I'll probably be wearing a t-shirt, but I'm still wearing a t-shirt. And the following week, if you'll join me, oh my God, I'm going to do it from the Sea of Galilee. I'm actually going to broadcast to you, and I borrowed from my beautiful friend Adam his magic standing thing and arm for the phone. And I'm going to still be able to do the 2 phones. I just have to make sure that they're charged. And I'm going to do, because I'm going to be participating in an amazing, if you like, Yeshua, an amazing ceremony of bringing on the 9th of the 9th, which will be amazing. I'm leaving 4 a.m. this morning. So yes, it will only be at your time, 9 p.m., which will be their 2 p.m. So it's 7 hours backwards. And as I said, I've already booked a day for session. So if you guys want a session as well, I'm so excited. On the 11th of the 9th, I will do a session if you need sessions with me, so we can just do it over the phone, virtual. So it's not a problem. So, where was I? How do we balance the work hard and play hard? How do we balance the original trauma? Let us go to the original trauma of what happens. You see, this is what I prepared today, which is really nothing. So it all comes from here and from here and from there. So who do you give the power? Are you affected by your parents' values and morals of work? Exactly. All right. When you work, I had a client this week and she said to me, "Oh, Sharon, I have to work so hard to be successful." And I'm like, why? Why can't you work smart? Why can't you work clever? Why can't you work strong? Why does it have to be so hard? Oh, because that's how my parents were. Now, if that's how your parents were, does that mean that you have to continue this or not? And I reckon you don't. I reckon most of you potentially are scared to earn more money than your parents, because if you will, I want you to think about it. Do you earn more money than your parents, or are you scared to do that? I want to see yes, more, less. Some of you are adopted. Some of you are feeling that they cannot exceed. So, just write, less scared to do that. There you go. Why wouldn't you develop in what you want? Why won't you just be successful for who you are and for your own ideas? If you have an idea that it's a bit different than your parents' ideas, then what does it, you see, scared, scared, and scared. Is there anyone who's not scared? On the contrary, you're actually going to make them even feel more proud of you. And why is that? We are worth more, but they were happier. Yeah, potentially, because I'm sure that they had the boundaries. Do you know, let me share with you something, okay? The traditional Chinese medicine, so kinesiology, not scared anymore, perfect, perfect. Traditional Chinese medicine is I guess, medicine that is based for at least 5,000 or 6,000 years. And they have meridians. Meridians are energy lines. Have you ever had acupuncture? For sure. Acupuncture, and they stick the needle somewhere. But it's not somewhere, it's invisible energy lines. Now, kinesiology is based on traditional Chinese medicine and chiropractic. So we are mapping the body, okay, through via specific muscles, but with the meridians, okay? So there are 20 meridians, but 14 major ones. Kinesiology, will work with 14 major ones. How many hours do we have in the day? 24 hours. Every 2 hours are allocated for a specific meridian. And how does it start? When do you wake up? You wake up, or supposed to, well, it's finishing with the other one, but between 7 to 9, people usually wake up. Even if it's a little bit before that, but I will get to that at the end. 7 till 9 you wake up, it's the stomach meridian. Usually you will have your breakfast between 7 to 9 a.m., whether it's coffee, whether it's something to eat, large, small, but this is where it is, starts you for the day. Between 9 to 11, it's the spleen. I feel like something sweet. That's spleen, this is the sweetness in life. And this is about rejection, betrayal, and dramas. But this is mainly about the sweetness in life. So you have something sweet, just a little bite, not much. Then between 11 to 1, it's the heart. Heart is about feeling, about emotion. You're sensing, you're feeling. 1 till 3 is the small intestine, because that's when you just had lunch, and it's usually hearty lunch. Then between 1 to 3, the small intestine, which I call the warehouse manager. What happens? Incoming, the food is coming, and you're receiving the delivery of the food. It's like to the warehouse. Pallet is coming. Boop, boop, boop. It's being dumped. Then what does the small intestine does? Because it's a yang. It's not a yin. It's a yang. It's the yin is the heart, and the yang is the small intestine. He's saying, oh, what do we have here? Okay, fats, you go to the liver. Sugar, you go to the spleen. We'll pass you through the small intestine, the duodenum. We'll give you some vitamin, minerals. They can all go to where they need to go. And then what do you do with the boxes? Cut them off, send them to the large intestine, release it, usually the fiber, out. Does that make sense? This is 1 to 3. This is why a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm so tired, because this is major work happening. Then moving from 3 to 5, this is kidney and bladder. So 3 till 5 and 5 till 7. So 3 to 5 is bladder, which is like releasing. This is anxiety. This is tiredness. This is where allergy is starting. As well as 5 till 7, it's the kidney. You're tired, you're exhausted, adrenals. What sits on top of the kidney? The adrenals. What does the adrenal do? Put you in fight, flight, freeze. What is the time as well? 3 to 5, it's the pick up from school time. Traffic, annoyed, doesn't matter, you get home. Then, what is happening? You are doing the 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗹 and circulation 6. So in the olden age, 7, they would finish their dinner. 7 till 9, it's the circulation 6. That means, think of your great-great-parents, or think of the farmers. This is where you have sex, go to sleep, and then from 9 till 11 starts the reboot of your body and the computer. How many times? This is the virus check of the adrenals. The adrenal goes through, they're saying what is working, what is not working, and then it processes it. Okay, so what happened? How many times you get sometimes a message on the computer that says to you, time for a virus check. What do? Skip. Skip, skip. I know I do that. Skip, skip, skip. Or schedule it to really later. The body does not do the skip. It just avoids it, moving right along, marching on. Between 11 to 1 a.m., 11 p.m. till 1 a.m., this is your gallbladder. This is where after you had your dinner, all the bile is going through energetically and processing and releasing, filtering. And then from 1 till 3 o'clock in the morning, it is liver time. All of you party animals that might go and drink and stay longer and longer, by you drinking heavy amount of alcohol, and the liver is the largest organ in the body after your skin. The skin is actually the largest, but it's not really a functioning one. The liver is the largest organ in the body. It has 4 jobs. It has hormonal processing. It has the digestion, processing all the fat, breaking down the alcohol, and clearing the I'm telling you, I swear to you, my brain is already thinking in Hebrew. It's a little bit funny. This feeling inside. I have to think 1 second in English. All the rubbish. The liver just clears the rubbish away. Okay? Does it make sense? Now, if you have been drinking alcohol, the liver cannot do its work. Because the rest, the hormonal, the fat, and clearing all the gunk, because it has to break the actual alcohol. So you are slowing down your own process of healing. Does that make sense? Then between 3 to 5 in the morning, who wakes up at 3 to 5 in the morning? Just do me. This is lung time. Lung is about mourning. It's about grief. It's about breathing. Okay? 3 till 5 in the morning. It's a very important time. And then, remember how did we start? We started at 7 a.m. with a breakfast. Hi, Adi. 5 till 7 in the morning is your large intestine time. A lot of time, perfect time. Wake up, do your poo-poo, release, and you're free. How many of you actually drink? How many of you smoke? How many of you can't breathe? Once that you are releasing all this process and all this gunk from your body, you can actually, yes, but you are night shifts, Tamara, so it's a different story there. Once that you are clearing the excess that the body needs to work, then your body will function much better. So did you know that every glass of wine has a 1/4 cup of sugar? And to break 1 molecule of sugar, you need 54 molecules of magnesium. Did you know that? And once that you're doing that, your body is depleted and dehydrated. And that will add extra stress. Tamara said that to Karina. Once that you are not drinking enough or not hydrated, because that our body is based on 70% water, what happens? You become dehydrated, brain's not functioning, and you're actually shifting and moving a lot from your body. And you're not allowing yourself to revive. So what do you need to do? To drink. Do you know how much to drink? 30 ml of pure water per kilo. Okay? You're saying, hang on, how much do I weigh? You weigh 60, you need to drink 180. You weigh 70, you need to drink 210. 2 liter and 0.1. However, if you drink coffee, if you drink black tea, if you drink or caffeinated tea, or if you drink alcohol, you need to add an additional glass of water. You know how the Italian, the Greeks, the Turks, the Mediterranean, they have 1 coffee and 1 water. This is zeroing it. They're actually doing so clever, and this is the innate and old knowledge. Does that make sense, and do you have any questions? Any questions? This is sparkling mineral. I'm not going to burp though. Loud. So, what happens to you if you don't rest? What happened to you if you just work? You become exhausted. I'm going back to the original. You have what? Coffee with a shot of rakia. Well, you need to have 2 water then. No, darling, you cannot do, especially if you don't have gallbladder. Tamara, no. You have to shift it. If you still have an addiction that goes from one to the other, we haven't cleared the core of it. All we need to do is to clear the core of it, and then you don't have to do it again. You don't have to repeat it. Imagine if you'll be free from any addiction that you have. How freaking awesome will that be? What do you reckon? So when I ask you, do you work hard or do you play hard? Can you actually balance it? If you're in relaxation mode, be in relaxation mode. Don't be relaxed but still think, oh shit, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. Or if you wake up, oh, I haven't done this and I haven't. Have a little notepad near you. Have notes on your phone. Have a recorder, which can all be on your phone. And just record to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. And stop it. And shift it. And move it. And stay focused on relaxation. You know, have you ever heard of the Vipassana meditation? Vipassana is 10 days of silent meditation. You can't look in the eyes, you can't speak, you can't even, you just look, basically meditate, eat, sleep, meditate, sleep. and write. You can't even read a book. Actually, I don't think you can even write. Everything has to bubble within. In the next, what? Tap water, boiled water, or filter? Oh, no, of course, filtered. Unless you boil it, and then it's dead. Some people like to drink distilled water. Tap water are not clean wherever you are. They will have chlorine, they will have rust, they will have bacteria, they will have other stuff in it that are really not. I sell the Zazen filter, and you're welcome to get it from me or from somewhere else, but it's like definitely not tap water. And I don't care what they say, oh, it's clean. It's not. It is not. You take one and you take the other and you try it. It's not the same. Lily Vanilli. I hope that it answered to you. Do you have any questions about that? Just give you a lecture about other things. So really the challenge is to stay focused wherever and whenever you are. You're in a work mode, just do your work. You know, there's so many theories that you can do 4 hours a day and all your work is done. 𝗦𝗵𝗿. You can do work for 4 hours a day and it is done. You can go jogging in the morning. You can go walking in the morning. You set the time. Even let's say if your morning walk is to set and prepare the day, when you come, boom, you're ready to go. And once that you're ready to go, you're invincible. Finish what you need to do and go. It's not about counting the minutes. It's about achieving the goals. And once that you've achieved the goals, we have a beautiful plumber who joined us here. If you will do it, it's interesting, you know. It's whether you're being paid for an hour or whether you're being paid for the job. So if I'm telling you, you're being paid X amount of money, I don't know, $200, $300, $400 for the day, but you need to finish X, Y, Z. Do you want to tell me that you're going to, or you're going to boom, boom, boom? You're going to sit there, you're going to do it, you're going to finish it, off you go, see you later. That is a motivator per job. But you're doing it properly, right? But when it's for hours, yeah, I'll just stop and I'll talk and I'll do and I this. You're more at ease. The thing is to be with self-responsibility of what suits you. Okay? And once that you have assessed what is the right pace for you, boom, you're going to achieve it. And once that you have achieved it, you're done. You're amazing. You're perfect. Does that make sense? Yes or no? So what motivates you? The job, the task, the pay? Is it per job? Is it per hour? I know that when you guys come and see me, I see you for what it is. And that's why I'm often can be late, because if you have your breakthrough at 10 to, what am I going to say? Okay, pack your teas now and see you later. We can't. You're all amazing souls, and it's about wherever we need to do it. And that is where you are actually connecting to a true soul. Okay? So for me, each and every one of you is a whole world, because you are connected to so many others that connected to so many others. And that's why they're saying as well, chop chop. Exactly right. And that is where you are so connected to who you are and what you are. And you have to be loyal to yourself. And once that you are loyal to yourself, boom, you are free. You know when to do what. And then the universe will align everything for you. So what do you prefer? How are you going to be aligned with who you are and what you are? Okay? So this is part of work hard and play hard, but what you do, stay aligned. Does that make sense or not? Write to me. Let's do some more Sage and Palo Santo. Now, when I was talking to you about your parents, when I was talking to you about your parents and whether you choose to earn more or less from them, scared to earn more or less, how does it actually affect who and what you are? How does it actually affect the energy? I want you to cut the negative or the burdened tools or chains, let us say, that you have with your parents. It's not that you're cutting the relationship or the love, but you are cutting that difficulty. Does that make sense or not? 100%, Habibti, thank you. So, I would like to recommend to you for this week my rebalanced, I don't know if you can see it. Here, I am rebalanced. Looks a bit awkward. Rebalance will actually clear the trauma from the DNA and from, it has borderella, umbilical, and DNA. It will clear your blueprint from your destiny. Do you want to earn like your parents, 𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗏? We are not cutting the cords between the parents. Let me be super clear. We are cutting our burdens. We are cutting our inhibition. We are cutting the traumas that we have received from our DNA. But then comes, what is the DNA of your soul? In this life, you came from these parents, one or another. But are they your only parents and have you only played this role play? Or could it be, how many of you think, oh, I've been her mom last time? You know, like, we know each other from past life. Otherwise, you wouldn't even listen here. Why will you be attracted to the energy? Because there's some form of connection there. Yeah? Rebalance. How to change the computer printout one is born with. Redesign your life purpose despite your original blueprint. So, how about if we'll take it? I'll take it for all of you. So if you ever say, I'm scared my child will inherit the trauma which runs through my grandparents, my parents, and myself, I feel emotional pain continuously, and what if my child absorb my fear of being overwhelmed by life? Even if I don't have children, I need this formula to help me embrace a positive future. Okay? So the affirmation that I wrote for you, or for this specific one, I now choose to release any trauma from my cells and DNA. It is now being released from all generations and from all times and dimensions and replaced with love. What if I'll take some for all of you and me, especially when I'm going to see my dad? No trauma at all. And let me do some for you guys. And what we're doing, just feel the vibration. And remember, you're just cutting. Let's do that. The borderella, overwhelmed with life events which are normal, but they can affect you, like relationships, marriage, pregnancy, birth, selling houses, divorce, and death. DNA is a corrective remedy to clear the genetic pathway one is born with. This remedy clears the trauma from your DNA so that your future generation do not revert. I'm not going to say it in English. They're not going to be brought back with your trauma. Reverberate. I did it. And then the umbilical, feeling left out of life, no purpose, no connection to the nourishment of the mother and placenta. Being fragile to life, feeling like life has abandoned you and you have slipped through all the cracks. And on the physical base, all three remedies have been noted to deal with deep inherited illnesses. And it is related to the base chakra. So if you want it, we can actually send it to you. And my assistant, my beautiful assistant, if you need anything while I'm away, my beautiful assistant can send it to you, can organize a pickup. So please don't feel disheartened for 3 weeks. We can definitely do that. Any questions? Any questions? Any question? Oh, dzień dobry. And who wants to have their cards read? Let us start with the cards. Any question? Any questions? So this is my book, 28 Lessons in Self-Mastery, and it has actually the chapter about boundaries can be there. Hi, Kate, beautiful. The chapter about boundaries and perhaps even the self-acceptance. So there are 28 lessons in that. Who are you, 𝗀𝗵𝗿? Toda. Who are you, 𝗀𝗵𝗿? What's your name? Please, all of you secret service people. I am Coco. Okay, you're all so cute. You're not just Coco, you're all cute. So this is the deck of cards that I have published from Survive to Thrive by myself. It has 74 cards, usually 44, but I sell it now for 40. 𝗦ci𝘂𝗹. Shalom, 𝗦ci𝘂𝗹. Are you here in Melbourne? Okay. All right, tonight we're starting with Instagram. Last week we started with Facebook. Okay, so I'm just shuffling. Sabra. I'm coming to Israel soon. Okay. Rega. 1 second, so let me just, 1 second, because I haven't touched the card for a week. I'm actually taking them with me, just that I can do the reading for you next week. 𝗵𝗵𝗿. All right, let's do this. Just focusing. All right. So let me just see, what do we have here? So when we are burning, by the way, in the seashell, you are combining the 4 elements according to the American Indian. That's for you, Speedy Tamara, if you're still here. So we're doing, the seashell comes from the water, the sage comes from the earth, fire, and spirit. And that is how we're combining the 4 elements to actually come into fruition and help us to balance whatever we need. So, opa. Let me just do this. Facebook, stay with me. Don't go away. All right, let's just see what we have here. So, Corinne, beautiful. Bonsoir. All right, so who's starting here? Tamara, you're the first card, I think. No, that was different. Yes. Card, please. Okay, Joanna Kate, the card for you is happiness. We love happiness. Happiness. So remember, the deck will move you from Survive to Thrive through Survive, Revive, and Thrive, and Survive, Revive, and Revive, Thrive. So you have few stages that you can go and shift. So, Joanna, the affirmation for you is, and you can all say it, of course, remember, I am now willing, ready, and able to have happiness in my life. I am happiness. Brilliant. Miss 𝗀𝗵𝗿. Gveret Toda. The card for you is encouraged. So I now feel encouraged and excited about living my life to its fullest potential. I now feel encouraged and excited about living my life to its fullest expression. Potential, but expression too. It's time to express it. Corinne, a card for you. Corinne, your card is communication. I am now willing, ready, and able to express my emotions in a constructive way. I communicate in a higher form of love. Boom. Perfection. Okay, Facebook, stay with me. Wait, it goes by turns. I can't do it otherwise. Tamara, the card for you. Did I give you a card? No. Tamara? I'm flying now. I'm somewhere very high. Tamara, the card for you is letting go and confident. As I let go of my fears, I find my confidence. I now enjoy being the amazing person that I truly am. Brilliant. And that is already on Revive and Thrive. Ricky, the card for you. Let's go. The card for you is wanting to change. I now realize that change is important to my evolution. It is safe to change. Okay? Next, 𝗹𝗆. One sec. 007. Refresh. Every cell in my body feels refreshed and energized right here, right now. See, it's crazy. These cards were supposed to be part of my book, but I just never had enough time to write the book. All right, so Chinch, Celine, how are you? Breaking free. Your card is breaking free. I am now willing, ready, and able to thrive. Amazing, just like what your aura showed, isn't it? That is awesome. Van. Are you still in Vietnam? Van, the card for you is agile. I am agile and I now choose to adjust to life changes effortlessly. It's all about doing things effortlessly. Okay? Luke. Is that Luke that I met today? Luke, your card is abundance. I am now proud of my achievements and am full of gratitude for my wonderful life. Abundance is everywhere. Okay, abundance is everywhere. We just need to look. Thank you so much for your beautiful thank yous. Who else wants a card? בבקשה. Nope. Here we go. Thank you. 𝗕P, Ash. 𝗕P. Ash, are you exhausted? My energy is we need to boost it, right? And for you, Ricky, you said before that you were exhausted. My energy is vitalized. I now choose to rest and replenish my mind, body, and soul. And we're shifting all of that. Okay, beautiful. You're all welcome. For you, Lily Vanilli. There you go. What do you mean? You talking to us from an airplane? Okay, let's see. Lily Vanilli. Really? Here we go. It was Milli Vanilli, wasn't it? 1 second. Facebook, I'm with you in a second. Lily Vanilli, we have fulfilled. That is good. I am now willing, ready, and able to live in my fullest expression of myself, which will make it amazing. Okay? We got to everyone there. Van? Who else is here? Oh, you're back. You had a blast. Perfect. Amazing. All right. Anyone else on Insta? We're doing second round after, if you need to. And, oh, 𝗧𝗵𝗆, of course, again. The card for you, Les, is active, which you are, aren't you? I am now active and full of vital energy. You grow young, aren't you? Anyone else? I'm moving now to Facebook. Let us see who is on Facebook. And if you want me still to read you in Insta, just let me know. All right. Tamara, a card for you, beautiful. Here we go. Tamara, your card is coming into the light. Coming into the light. I am now part of the Universal Light Collective family. Okay? Tamara, you got it, okay? Don't give up. Don't swap this for that. No need to swap anything. Just be the amazing that you are. Kate, would you like a card, darling? Kate, your card is self-love. Kate Taplin. Self-love. Stop loving everyone else, right? I am now willing, ready, and able to express my self-love at any given moment. I am now willing, ready, and able to express my self-love at any given moment. Oslam, did I read your card? No, I will read you in a second. Carrie, your card. Carrie, your card is nourishment. I am now willing, ready, and able to move my body, eat healthy, nourishing foods, and be hydrated. Okay? Monica, your card is, I can, Anna, 1 second, and I will. And you, Oslam, sorry. Monica, your card is inadequate. I am now willing, ready, and able to explore my personality in a loving way. Have you been hard on yourself a little bit? Be nice to you. Otherwise, you'll have a problem with me. So be nice. And Jacinta, would you like a card? And where's Francis? Are you here, Francis? Jacinta, your card is joy. I am now willing, ready, and able to have and be the joy in my life. Boom. That is awesome. Francis, are you there? Yes, you may. Francis, your card is heart center. I am now willing, ready, and able to connect myself and the world through my heart. And that is an amazing progress. I think I had it last week, wasn't it? And for me, inner beauty. My card is inner beauty. I am now willing, ready, and able to shine my light inside and out. What do you reckon? Shall I glow more? I'll just do it from the inside first. You're a beautiful audience this evening, so yes. Okay, so then, Oslam, you're first. Oz, choosing to move and trusting. I choose to move forward in my life, and I am now willing, ready, and able to fly high. Okay, this is it. And then Anna Bloms, 55. Anna, were you furious? Well, you will be if I'm calling you the wrong name. I now understand that anger hurts me. I now choose to let it go and replace it with love. Okay, replace it with love. Don't be annoyed at people. They're not worth it. Seriously. Isabella, would you like a card? Isabella, your card, if you choose to, it's reassess and conscious. So I am now willing, ready, and able to assess my life and to find my true calling. Boom. Very good. Kira, are you still here or not? Kira, your card is lack of awareness. I now choose to raise my vibration and be aware of all that is around me. Okay? Anyone else would like a card? I can do it. Otherwise, Miss Sharon Tal has to go and pack her bags. Let's do one card to Natalie. Carrie, we need to make you the messenger for Nat. Lightening up. That's good. I am now willing, ready, and able to be in joy. Carrie, maybe your joy will just stick into hers. Who knows, right? Okay. Anyone else? Guys, I want to wish you, thank you. They are my cards. And if you're in Israel, I'm bringing a few of the decks as well and a few of my books. And I'm actually bringing all my products there as well. I'm going to be in a conference in the Kinneret, in the Sea of Galilee, on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. I can't remember. And 6, 678 of September. So going to be doing, and you will get the broadcast live anyway. So it will be still 9 p.m. Don't forget to come. I'll make sure that I'm giving you something nice and yummy. And thank you so much. Be in touch. I'll be available. It's all good. If you need an emergency session, oh, you're in Melbourne. Oh, with pleasure. If you need an emergency session, I can. On the 11th of the 9th, I will do that. It will be a Sunday for any of you. It just will be virtual. And I'm back at the clinic on the 18th of September, which is a Sunday again. I think I'm fully booked for that week, but I'm happy to see you on the week after. Or whatever is needed, don't worry. Just write me a message. We'll be right. Okay? So I want to wish you all an amazing evening and week until we meet again. And loving you all. Thank you so much. Be in touch. I'm easy. I'm accessible. I will answer when I can. Love you all. Mwah. Be well.